Hey guys, it's Justin again with another unboxing. This is kind of a special unboxing to me. This is going to be kind of a long-term project I'm going to work on. I'm going to snap it up and then I'm going to start modifying it and stuff like that. But I figured I'd do an unboxing because I don't really see too much of this thing anywhere, really. It's an older kit, 2001. It's the RX 78 GP03s. The S means stamen, however you want to say it. I prefer to say stamen. But it's a little more hard to come by than some of your other standard master grade kits. It took me a while to find this thing, and I got it on a pretty decent deal on eBay. But I managed to get a hold of it, and it's been sitting in my backlog for a couple months now. But I think it's time to crack it open and get to work. So it's going to be a while before I get to paint on this thing, but I'm at least going to start modifying it and adding things and detailing it up. But we'll get into that later. So what I want to do now is go ahead and unbox it so you guys can see what all comes in it, what it looks like, all that stuff. But again, bear in mind that this is an older master grade kit. Like I said, 2001. That's like, it's like 13 years ago. So things are going to be a little different than what they are now. But it still carries the master grade seal, the Gundam seal, just like you typically see on Bandai kits, as well as the Bandai logo in the corner, and the traditional mobile suit name on the side. Really cool box art of the Stamen kind of flying around in space. Unfortunately, that doesn't really happen too much in the series if you have watched it. Kind of a sour spot for me, actually, is I just finished this series not too long ago, and there was just not enough spotlight of just the Stamen. Everything was kind of done in the Dendrobium, which I guess is fine, but I wish that this, you could have seen what this does on its own. But whatever, it is what it is. It's just a really nice design. I really like it. So front of the box just has it hanging out. Same for the top and bottom, just close-up shots. On the bottom side, we've got an action pose. It's holding a bazooka. It's kind of like reaching across. Got a core fighter and a core block, which is interesting to me again. I'll touch on that later. We've got beam saber gimmick, folding shield and bazooka, and then just the weapons. This kit came out and retailed for about 3,500 yen. We've got a front view, rear view, the head, which is one of my favorite heads, cockpit, folding arm gimmick, which is kind of pointless, but it's still cool that it's included, and then the body and leg, so you get some frame in there as well. So let's go ahead and tear this open. One of the cool things about the older master grades is you get this little insert, and this is sort of like a placeholder, I think, where the instruction manual has the mobile suit on the back, but it has just kind of generic art on the front. They insert this little card so you get a nice big version of the, the kit. So, our first runner is all molded in white. This is sheet, or well, plate H. We've got skirt armor all over the place. The crotch, the back skirt piece, the mouth guard. These look like probably forearms. The head, some of the inner stuff for the arms. A sitting pilot, and then there's a standing pilot over here, which I can't remember his name. I think it's Ko. I think that's right. This is something for the backpack, I'm sure. Next we've got A, which is primarily blue. Got a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow going on, some clear pieces here. All the blue is mostly the chest and the feet. It's pretty much all the blue on the kit. There's a little bit on the shield. But pretty nicely sized. The feet are kind of big. Yellow is for the vents. Red is for the cockpit hatch. The kind of eye plate around the eyes. The thing on the crotch, and the crest on the head. We have 2 identical E-plates. These are the front sides, top of the foot. These are legs. This is shoulder armor. The calves, I believe these are probably shoulder joints. The front of the ankle armor, backs of the arms, beam saber handles, bicep armor, sides of the ankles, all that good stuff. So, and the cool thing about some of these older kits is that you know, they're actually so simple that you could probably get away with putting them together without the instructions. You can pretty much just see where most everything goes, unless there's like smaller pieces like this. You might have a little trouble figuring out where it goes. But typically, once you've built a couple of these, you have a general idea as to how the kit's going to work just by looking at the plates. Next we've got F. F has got the inner frame pieces for the legs. I think this is probably for the core fighter. This is probably an elbow joint, I think, or a knee joint, one of the two. That's the elbow joint. And all these little bits are probably just connectors for various things around the kit. These are for the arms, I can tell. I'm not sure what these are, but lots of little ball joints and pegs and stuff like that. Really nice looking, especially for its age. It's got a lot of nice, not a lot of nice, but a fair amount of detail on it. Next we've got 2 identical G plates. We've got each half of the shield is on its own thing. We've got the halves of the doors for the beam sabers on the core fighter. There's the opening hatch for that. There's some fins. I think these go on the side boosters. I think these are for the wrists. That is, I don't know what that is, but yeah, all molded in white. That's G. Next we've got B1 and B2. B2 has more fins. I believe these are for the things on the waists, on the hips, I should say. These are core fighter pieces. These look like arms, maybe. No, that's for the core fighter, definitely. The waist, the other side of the waist. Then we've got the giant boosters, which is one of the cool things about the Stamen, is that it's got these huge things on its legs that add some mobility. You got the V-fin, which is kind of annoyingly molded in, or you know, clipped on both sides, and then it's got its own little nub hanging out on the bottom there. It's going to be real fun to clean. We've got D, and can't tell what this one is, but those hands look really nice. So B is like a blue, kind of gray. You've got the bazooka here, energy packs, the rifle, scopes, and then the, what are they called? Landing gears for the core fighter. There's a cockpit all done up, and it's even got a pilot sitting in it, so I'm curious why there's a sitting pilot figure, if there's a pilot sitting here already. Okay. Hands are, oh god, these are ridiculously old school. This is before the 3-finger trigger finger was created. It's got like a, it's just a hinge basically, and the the fingers just move as they are. So there's a set that's kind of like this, where he's kind of like got his hand so you can use it as a trigger, and then he's got a regular set so you can use it for the beam sabers, and then a couple of joints that I guess didn't make it to other runners. And finally we've got C, and then some other stuff. C is also molded in gray. These are just joints for the knees, the elbows, some caps for other miscellaneous detail, lots of thrusters, pistons, things of that nature. I think this is probably the ankle joints. This is actually a pretty common design for ankle joints on older master grade kits. There's the neck, which has lots of really cool detail on that. That'll be fun to paint. On the reverse side, we've got our polycaps and 2 clear pink beams. Now we're getting the instruction manual. It shows the mobile suit as well as lots of information about it. And a fun fact about this, I didn't realize that, I don't know if he did the concept for this, but for this particular version, Kotoki actually did this. So, pretty nice line art from him. We got our runner layout, details of what's what. And then we go straight into construction, which kind of jumps all over the place from the way this is laid out. You start with the arm and leg. So you start there. Then we got information about the head, the body, the arm. Finish up the arms, and then we talk about the core fighter and the weapons. And the funny thing about the core fighter is that I'm pretty sure that when Ko sees the GP03 for the first time, he makes a comment about it not having a core fighter. But you later see Aina, not Aina, I can't remember her name. I didn't like her anyway though, so it's fair that I don't remember her name. But she is piloting the GP03's core fighter while he's out in the Dendrobium. So, I don't know, it's neat that it has a core fighter and that it's included, but I don't remember it being a part of the GP03 at any point in time. Let's see, we've got the Dendrobium, some hanger shots, some flying shots, defense limited point, I don't know what that means, despairing field, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But it shows some action poses again, stuff that's just on the box, front and rear view, more of the same shots. The core fighter, how the core block works, all that. Color guide, which I'm not going to use. Then we go into the ankle and the foot, frame stuff, pop all that together. And pretty simple construction as far as the legs are concerned. Then we've got the chest section, which is like a top and bottom half, also pretty simple looking. The waist, you slap the head on it, put the waist and all that together, and then I'm sure the core fighter is one of the more elaborate constructions in this kit, which takes up like its own whole page just for that page and a little bit. Then it shows you how to transform it. Which actually you take it apart to transform it, it looks like. Maybe? No, that's putting together. Okay. And then it shows you how to assemble it into the completed GP03. Then you've got weapons. Weapons. How to use the arm gimmick. What hands go to what. And then the shield folding gimmick. And then there's the decal guide. Again, I won't be using because this kit comes with stickers. So I need to contact Samuel and get some decals made because I don't really want to use any of these. I might use a couple of the dry transfers, but that's going to be the extent of that. So that's my unboxing of the GP03. Stay tuned, and I will keep you guys updated as I make bits of progress on this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.